Pop songs so good, you should be ashamed if you don't know them yet. Today, we're diving into pop songs and artists that you might have missed, but definitely shouldn't have. These tracks are criminally underrated, deeply addictive, and guaranteed to elevate any pop playlist. Welcome to Notes and Nuance, a channel dedicated to tasteful hot takes on music, fragrance, and pop culture. Each week, I'll dive into the latest releases, revisit beloved classics, and share hidden gems in both music and fragrance. If you're passionate about pop culture, music deep dives, or discovering your next signature scent, I've got you covered. Today, we're talking about pop music that you absolutely need in your life. These are tracks that hit just right, whether you're deep into the genre or just need something new to obsess over. Some are singles, some are deep cuts, some are just glow-ups from artists that you think you know. Let's dive in. All right, first up, the track from Rae Jepsen. Now, if you're still only referencing Call Me Maybe, you're missing out. Also, how dare you call yourself a fan of pop music? Rae Jepsen has been giving us pop gold for years, and Kamikaze is no exception. It's just one example of her brilliant modern pop aesthetic. Not only does she give us consistent, continuous pop gems, but she gives us double the amount that most artists do. This track is from her Don't Call It a B-Sides album, The Loveliest Time. My full CRJ episode is coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Next up, Peter Thomas and Leland offer a chill yet poppy cover of Rae Jepsen's classic Run Away With Me. This version just hits different. Peter Thomas is known for working with Pink, Selena Gomez, and Betty Who. And Leland co-wrote hits like My from Troye Sivan. Now this one is just a chill, synthy reimagining of one of my all-time favorite songs. Now if you're a CRJ fan and you've never heard this one, stop what you're doing, click the link in the description. I'll wait. And speaking of Betty Who, the next track is a perfect pop confection. You're likely familiar with her 2013 hit, Somebody Loved You. But her discography is filled with blissful pop, including Whisper, a track that Britney Spears could have released. Now, Betty is criminally underrated, and in a world with any justice, this track would have gone to #1. Betty is from Australia, and she makes phenomenal pop gems. I don't know what it is about Australians and their phenomenal music abilities, but she's amazing. I may have to do an entire episode on her pop greatness because she has so many gems, especially her latest single, Run. And please see her live if she's ever in your town. You will not regret it. All right, up next, Mama's Eyes by Mette. Now, I actually discovered this song in a Gap commercial with Parker Posey recently. Yes, really. Mette is a dancer turned pop star who delivers glossy, intricate production and vocals. She was also one of the opening acts for the London shows on Taylor Swift's Eras Tour in 2024. Her tracks, Bet and Muscle, are also standouts. I don't know why she hasn't blown up yet, but she deserves to. All right, up next, Rebecca Black, Tears in My Pocket. Yes, that Rebecca Black. And yes, this track is really good. Her latest EP, Salvation, is really just kind of a glow-up moment, and this song is layered, emotive, and fully realized. On the EP, Rebecca explores self-discovery and personal growth, and I promise you this EP is a very sophisticated departure from whatever preconceived notions you have about this artist. She's making phenomenal pop that deserves a second look. All right, up next, Jade, Angel of My Dreams. Formerly a member of the UK pop band Little Mix, Jade is taking her solo skills to the streets of pop, and the results are phenomenal. This one is all over the place sonically, but in the best way. The tempo, the vocals, the switch-ups. It's just glorious pop chaos. Jade's experimental approach and limited online presence only make her more fascinating. Angel of My Dreams by Jade is glorious pop, dynamic, experimental, and completely captivating. All right, up next, Rüfüs Du Sol, Break My Love. Now, Rüfüs Du Sol is also from Australia. I'm telling you, something in the water there. In my opinion, Break My Love is their most accessible track. It's a total entry point if you're new to them. It's moody, melodic, and impossible to ignore. The band was simply known as Rüfüs from their inception until about 2014, before changing their name to Rüfüs Du Sol exclusively in the United States to avoid confusion with the funk band Rüfüs. But then in 2018, the band adopted the name change worldwide for the sake of consistency. They're really well known for their live shows, which are these unreal, incredible sensory experiences. Definitely worth checking out. Up next, Jake Miller, Dream You Up. Now, Jake has been making pop music for over a decade and somehow still flies under the radar. This more recent track of his is a favorite, and I highly recommend checking out his back catalog as well. He's got pop gems like Good Thing, Drinking About You, Parade. All of them are on the official Notes and Nuance playlist, which you can find on both Apple Music and Spotify, and are linked in the description. I'll be talking more about Jake in a future episode. Jake is an incredibly talented songwriter, and I think his music deserves more attention. All right, up next, Qisha, I Lied. I'm sorry. Where does she come from? I don't know. Do I love this song? Yes. Edgy, fresh, and full of just chaotic energy. Her sound gives electro-pop Olivia Rodrigo vibes, and I'm kind of loving every second of it. It's uniquely modern and a little unhinged in the best way. Chloe was born in Malaysia, but spent a significant portion of her education in Britain, which likely influenced her musical style and perspectives. She's also a self-taught multi-instrumentalist, which explains the versatility in her music. You should definitely check this one out. Up next, Streetlights from Florrie. Now, why Florrie isn't one of the biggest names in pop is beyond me. She's an English singer-songwriter, drummer, and model. She's also part of Xenomania, which is a songwriting and production team from the UK. They've worked with iconic artists like Cher, Kylie Minogue, Girls Aloud, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. This one glossy example of her pop brilliance is polished, catchy, and just full of that classic pop sparkle. I'll likely highlight more of her music in future episodes as well. She has a ton of blissful pop tracks that should definitely be on your radar. Up next, Maude Latour, Officially Mine. Now, this song is just euphoric indie pop with a chorus that explodes in the best way. Latour began songwriting at 15, and she started uploading her music to Spotify at 17. She released her first EP in 2018, and her debut album, Sugar Water, was released in 2024 by Warner Records. The album is full of some incredible pop, and this song in particular is definitely worth a spot on your pop playlist. All right, next up, Matt Kearney, Anywhere With You. Now, I've been a huge fan of Matt for a really long time. You might be familiar with his 2006 hit, Nothing Left to Lose. He's had a total of 5 top 20 hits across the Billboard charts, and he's veered or perhaps gone back to more folksy territory with some of his latest music, but his pop era is definitely worth checking out. Anywhere With You showcases his strong pop sensibilities perfectly. Ships in the Night is another piece of pop perfection from Matt's discography, which is definitely worth exploring. All right, next up, Griff and Sigrid, Head on Fire. This one is pop perfection. Harmonies, melodies, glossy production. Everything is just spot on. Sigrid is a Norwegian singer and songwriter who has released 2 studio albums and 3 EPs. Griff is an English singer-songwriter and was named the Rising Star at the 2021 Brit Awards. There, she became one of the youngest winners in the category at age 20. Her debut album, Vertigo, features several amazing pop gems. Now, I am a huge fan of Griff in particular, and you will be hearing a lot more about her on this channel. All right, up next, David Archuleta, Creme Brulee. Now, last on this list is a song that's giving espresso, song of the summer vibes, and I'm here for it. You probably remember David as the runner-up on the 7th season of American Idol. He's flirted with various musical styles since then, but his most recent efforts have been in the pop realm, and much of the music he's been making lately has been really good and worth your time. Creme Brulee in particular is just this breezy, confident, and fun pop track. All right, so that's the roundup. Are any of these songs already on one of your playlists? Or better yet, what are some of your favorite pop songs that have flown under the radar? Drop your favorites in the comments and I might just feature them in a future episode. Now you can find all these tracks and more on the Notes and Nuance, both Spotify and Apple Music playlists, which I've linked to in the description. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Notes and Nuance across all the social platforms. More fragrance reviews, music discoveries, and thoughtful hot takes are always on the way. I'll see you next time. Cheers.